Okay.
This became the issue of the GSIS last 2002 because of the fund, the $1 million US last 2002 by the GSIS. So we have three guys and a lady that was left by the day. The first title that was given by the experts was actually Interior de On Cafe, pertaining to the place itself. It was changed to Parisian Life, and it one of those that was brought out in 1904 at St. Louis Exposition, Missouri, USA, and won a silver medal. So the painting became a controversy because of the fund that being used. It was questioned by the Commission on Audit, and the historians here in the Philippines studied the work. And they find out that these three guys were actually Filipino ilustrados. The national hero of the Philippines, Dr. Jose Rizal. This is Juan, the painter itself. And the other guy was Ariston Bautista, the financer of the revolutionary movement here in the Philippines in 1896. That was now KKK, which is headed by the Supremo Andres Bonifacio. So, the painting was brought home by Ariston here in the Philippines, and it was on the possession of Nakil. So, it was in the Bahay Bautista Nakil before. So, the painting was studied that they said the shape of the lady, it's the mirror image of the map of the Philippines. It tells about now the condition of the Philippines during that time. So there were details that pointing to the lady. So see here, the edge of the table, the direction of the fold-out chair, foot of the guy, newspaper, and the eyes of the ilustrados. So this newspaper, this is actually the voice of people of France. For the people of France won the revolt against the monarchs during that time. But this is the one that inspired the Filipinos during that time when they were in France to seek reform here in the Philippines. So why? Because of the abuses. They said, in humanities studies, these two things here on the table, the two glasses, full and half full, this shows imbalance. So this was actually the treatment they said. So since the Philippines were under colony during that time in Spain, Filipinos were called Indios and slaves during that time. So what the Filipinos want during that time was actually the treatment equality. Now, let's go to the stomach part. Because of this time that when you say here in the Philippines, you need to tighten your belt, you need to breathe. Why? Because of forced labor during the time acquisition of the land and the properties, high taxes. So, the Filipinos were starving because of those during those days. Then, here at the neck of the lady, it's a rounded collar, like a steel choker that suppresses her. Then here, one line of the lady said, since this is a metal choker, that was a rope connected to the neck. So what happened to her? It's like she was stronger. And because of that, she was balancing. So see the picture of the lady when she was in tilted position?
Yeah.
So because of that balancing, tensions arises in the knee part, hips, shoulder, don't force at all the arm, and the face was weary. And because of that condition of the Philippines, the reformist propagandists, Rizal, Antonio Luna, Marcel Estelcar, they use a newspaper called La Solidaridad to show that what is happening before. So this coat and hat, they said, this was actually the abandonment. So just like Rizal, Juan Luna also a visionary, they said. So there will be an event will happen in 1898. And what is that? The Treaty of Paris. So what happened to the Treaty of Paris? Spain sold the Philippines to US for more than 20 million US dollars. The ladies of the Philippines, the guy who left her or abandoned her was actually the country, Spain. Those guys were members of the Freemason during that time, and the one Luna, as an account, he put the Masonic symbol at the painting Parisian Life. And it was on the lady, at her center. He folded this part of the dress. We have here a square and the compass. That was a Freemason symbol. The painting was a national heritage, national treasure of the Filipinos, silver medal in 1904. It's already priceless. So as big as that, 22 by 31 inches, and the original at the National Museum in Manila. And According to the national hero of Rizal, that the painting of Juan Luna is Foliarium is not only about those gladiators of Rome. It was also, it's the depiction of the plight of the Philippines from the Spaniards during the time. Just like a representation of those dead gladiators who were Filipinos, and that woman on that side represent the Philippines or the motherland agonizing. So that is the family of the Lunas here. So unfortunately, Juan Luna's problem is his behavior. He was temperamental, and because of his great jealous and rage, where he find out the illicit affair of the wife of Juan Luna to another guy named Lusa, he shot both killed the wife and the mother-in-law. So Juan Luna was arrested during that time, and he was imprisoned. It's only 5 months imprisonment. It's a day trial, they said. Juan Luna was acquitted in the defense of temporary insanity. Because Juan Luna during that time is a famous painter in Europe. He was a friend of the King and Queen of Spain. Yes, ma'am. Ayan yung mga anak niya. Siblings. So this is Andres, and the daughter who died in 1892 because of sickness. His son Andres, who grew up and became one of the best Filipino architects during the pre-war Manila. He was the one who introduced the first air-conditioned building here in the Philippines, the Crystal Arcade School in Manila. So he also revived Manila Hotel after the war. That was actually Manila Hotel became the headquarters of General Douglas MacArthur Jr. during that time. And even he designed the St. Paul Church in Manila and others. Andres was able to marry twice. Unfortunately, no children. And his the descendancy was stopped to him. So during the Philippine-American War, the painter Juan Luna is the one who designed the uniform of the Revolutionary Army during the Philippine-American War. Since his brother, Antonio Luna, became the commanding general of the Philippine Army, and because of his brother, General Antonio Luna, Academia Militar or Philippine Military Academy was established for Bulacan, October 23, 1898.
I have one question. And
Yes.
somebody asked, the only reason I'm asking, somebody asked me, is this his original home?
Yeah. So this is the ancestral house of the Luna family. But it undergone restoration renovation in 1977.
Okay, nah, they were just like, someone was like, you need to, because I came past it one time and I was videoing, and then I uploaded it to YouTube, then somebody asked me, is that his original home? I was like, oh.
So
I'm not gonna
the
answer.
history of the house was actually built in the early 1850s as a wedding gift to the parents of Juan Luna by Juan H. Tolentino. So what is the job of the father during that time? He was a revenue inspector. The mother came from a landed family of La Union. So they were actually politicians, ancestry. And the grandmother of Juan Luna, Eugenia Ancheta, is a relative of Gabriela Silang. So they lived here until 1861. And what's it, please?
Okay. This is cool, man.
Yeah.
So this is a work of Juanito Torres. This is only 2015 in honor to the Luna brothers. So since in 1894, when they returned here in the Philippines via Spain, these two guys established a fencing school in Manila, the Salon de Armas. So it is located at the time at Calle Alex. It is now Legarde Street, Sampaloc in Manila. So their style is not a Spanish style of fencing. It's a French style of fencing.
Oh, French.
So let's go in here. So please be careful, no, sir.
Okay.
Uneven.
Okay, let's see.
Na. At Boulevard here.
This is the studio.
Yes, in Paris.
Yeah.
Serve to be the residential also, sir. So this is actually the room where he shot and both killed the wife and the mother-in-law. And And this is the black and white. We don't have any colored copy of the Battle of Lepanto painting. Gold medal in 1888 Barcelona Exposition. That was actually burned in 1945 during the Liberation. So his son Andres was not able to take it out because it's too big. 5 by 6 meters. Ilang pamilya kayo, ma'am?
Manlay, sir. Manlay.
Hindi balasan ka?
Ay, sir, is Navarro. Navarro.
Ah, Navarro.
Taga Cagayan.
Navarro ko, Cagayan ka ni Ilocos. Nagdapi ko Darbakan. Navarro.
Buwan ka no, sir. Diya ka mo, di mo, tapos pasyar nga, di na kami pasyar dahil di ama.
Ano tinabarat na, Navarro ta Darbakan?
Naggapo kang Cagayan, baro kami pa lang dito Badoc, sir.
Pag ginamit yung Rabang?
Itatres, sir. No amoyo, dahil balay, dahil kami. Magellan nga Naidas.
Ah, yung Tinaidas family.
Wan jay balasyo ni Ma'am Melba nga upuldo.
Wala.
Dapay laod na
Nga
sir.
parang nga original na taga-Badoc pa, mahal.
Sir. Taga.
Kasanungar nga nagdiyan kay Dita?
Ada-
Nagatang yun?
Wan sir. Ada anak ko garod nga na ikamong dito yung Badoc ko isot na.
Ah, so.
Isot na kabiro pa dahil ta pwesto ita.
Imagine having a bed like that.
Sir.
Imagine having a bed like that.
So, named after the Chinese artisan Eduardo Atay, who is well known during that time, a furniture maker. So, the design, floral, vegetable, fruits was the signature. So, that was actually the luggage of the Filipinos during that time. So, we call that tampipi, the woven box.
The woman box,
Yes, the woven box. So, that was actually, it's either a bamboo or rattan.
It's a beautiful room.
Yeah.
So this is actually, it's a typical home in the 19th century, early 19th century. So the room around Vegan, and we studied the culture of the Ilocanos there.
Beautiful home.
Yeah.
A beautiful museum.
Unfortunately, I cannot show you the other room. So
That's fine. That's fine.
I
I
will
understand.
need to fix it, that application there, because it was actually, I had a short circuit last 2 days ago.
That's fine. But I thank you for the tour.
That's welcome, sir.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at
Actually,
it.
this wood was actually from the national tree of the Philippines,
Yeah.
Nara.
Yeah. Hmm.
May palagit na karami kanyak mo idi ka basit ko, gusto iti pastana.
Cagayan na.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because in Cagayan, exactly, Nara wood is abundant.
Yeah.
And actually, Nara is one of the expensive wood here in this. Just like that one there. It's a Baldigo.
Yeah, it is. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, that was actually American forces there.
Yeah.
And this is William W. Grayson, who taken the first shot at the old Santa Mesa in Manila, where that was actually ignited the Philippine-American War in February 4,
1819?
1899.
1899?
So the theme of this work is actually about what happened during the war. So we have here the two nude guys here. Why they were in nude? Because they were actually, it's a biblical figure. These were actually Cain and Abel. Then General Luna fighting during the Philippine-American War against the American forces, but being used in that cannon as a bullet was a Filipino soldier. Who killed General Luna? It's a Filipino soldier. So the organization here in the Philippines during that time, the government was actually started to hold down because of those dogs of the Americans. They said those Filipino collaborating with them.
Hmm.
So that was happened during the Philippine-American War.